Okay, who's ready for some event magic? In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you how you can easily build an AI agent that takes your event workflow and how you do things and automate it with the power of AI. Now, these AI agents, the difference between them and a ChatGPT or a Copilot is that they take instructions, but they can connect different tools and skill sets and different agents together to accomplish a very complicated task completely autonomously. But the instruction to build them is just done with talking to them, which is now people call vibe coding. You just tell it what to do, describe the parameters, and you have to test it out, and then you can repeatedly do that task over and over and over until it's complete. So let's have a look here. The problem we're going to try to solve today is reduce no-shows for free events. Any of you running any sort of meetups, breakfast series, product launches that have free tickets know that 50% of people don't show up. The best way to increase that is a call the night before, because we know not everybody answers the email. Just remind them the space is limited. Their seat has been saved. Answer any questions they have, and just have that reminder. We know calls work, even if you leave a voicemail. The problem is it takes a lot of time. You have to hire someone, or you have someone on your team, or you have to spend 3 hours sitting down on the phone and one by one call everybody that has registered. So I'm going to show you how to do this automatically. So the tool we're going to use is one of the many available, but it's the one I really like because it's really easy to use. And I think everybody can benefit from this. And it's very low cost. By the way, you have no affiliation at Eventmobi with this tool. I just think it's a great tool to augment your event management workflows and projects. So in this particular case, we are exporting an output from an RSVP registration from Eventmobi. I made it really simple. So the only person that hasn't RSVP is myself. So you can kind of see that this status for everybody else is yes. For me is no. I got a cell phone number here. And then I provide some information here about the event. So I will tell it that event is happening tomorrow. It's called Mobi AI Launch Party. It's in NYC Hotel, and they've got free parking. Okay, great stuff. So I got this to information, and I go into this tool, and I create this workflow. I'll show you what that looks like. So I define what the context is. So you're an event coordinator. You got calling people to make sure people are going to show up. So I explain what that is. And then I'll start building this workflow. The way you build these workflows is again, very simple. You got a trigger, you got conditions, you got a knowledge base, and then you have all these different skills and actions that you can get it to do for you. In this particular case, I actually made it even simpler. Instead of me trying to build this thing like Zapier, it's like, hey, take this field and put it here and convert it to this, which becomes really complicated. I'm just going to explain to it what I want done, and you can see it will do it for you. So we're going to define the knowledge base. So I'm telling it where those files are. So I've already uploaded that here. Then I'm going to create an agent, and I'm going to tell it, and I'm going to give it some skills. So this AI agent knows how to read Google Sheets and knows how to make phone calls. All right. Can you find records in my RSVP sheet that have a phone number and they have that have an RSVP? And tell me what you're doing. So I want to see the steps. Then make a phone call from this number that I've bought from Lendy. And I'm telling it, just call the people you found from the previous step. And this is what I want you to have this conversation with. So again, I'm using a GPT-4 model here because that's good for combos. And I'm telling it that you're a polite event coordinator from Eventmobi. Speak clearly and with confidence. Introduce yourself as Jason Fast, and this could be your name. Then let them know that they register because they might have forgotten. It's tomorrow, and ask them if they can join. And after you receive the response, ask them if they have any other questions. Okay, easy peasy. Again, I'm just telling it what I would do, right? And after that's done, I'm going to tell it to find the person you called, set the field for the RSVP based on their answer. So if they answered yes, update it to yes. If they said no, update it to no. And if they hung up or you don't understand what they said, don't do it. Again, you can have a lot more complexity into this, but I made it really simple for this demo. So we're going to actually execute this in the next 2 minutes, and you can see this in action. It's going to work. So I'm going to go here, and I'll say, let's begin the call down. Okay, now it's going through the knowledge base, understanding the context. It's going through the Google Sheet, trying to find the people that have not RSVP'd. So I found it. So it said Bob Bias, cell phone number is this, final RSVP status is 0. Okay, great. And it's asking me, do you want to call this? So again, I put this in there as a check because I want to make sure we have to stop here and I can control the phone call. But again, this can be completely automatic. So I got my phone here. I press confirm, and we're going to let the magic play itself out. So it's making a phone call. We're on speaker. Hi, this is Bob.
Hello, Bob. This is Jason Fast from Eventmobi. I'm calling to remind you about the Mobi AI launch party you registered for, which is happening tomorrow. Are you still able to attend the event?
Absolutely, I'll be there.
Great. I'm glad to hear that you'll be joining us. Do you have any other questions, or is there anything else I can assist you with?
Yeah, where is the event being held this year?
The event is being held at the Hilton Hotel in New York City. We also have complimentary parking available at the hotel for your convenience. Is there anything else you would like to know?
No, that's it. See you tomorrow. Well, do this 200 times in a row. It will be 3-4 hours for you. It will be a few minutes because you can call these swarm agents and they will actually do all this in parallel if you upgrade within the system, or you can run it in a sequence. Now, what it's also doing here, if you pay attention to this area right here, is that it's trying to update. It knows I answered yes. So hopefully this is going to work. And it's basically trying to find the Google Sheet, the right row and the right column to update that RSVP information, and we're gold. And okay, now you kind of see what it's also doing. So sometimes it can't find the Google Sheet, and it tries different ways to do that. So now it didn't find for whatever reason. I mean, it's AI. It's doing its thing almost like a human being, right? You make mistakes. It makes mistakes because it tries to do things in different weird ways. So it's now using the ID, trying to figure out the ID, and it's trying to update the cell because we told it skill set of how to update the cell. And we got a yes right here. Okay, well, we are done. And I hope you enjoyed this little event magic. And I hope that gave you some ideas of how you can create your next AI agent with a tool like Lindy AI. Let's go back to the show and talk about the agents.